Hi lovelies, it's Jo from Angels and Ancestors. This is going to be the spiritual reading for the week, which is Monday the 12th through to Monday the 19th of August. I don't know if you've seen the previous spiritual readings, but I was guided by the angels, the ancestors, guides, gatekeepers, whoever you want to call them, to just use tarot decks in these readings rather than oracle decks. So I'm kind of going and being led by them. I did a Hawaiian meditation this morning because I really felt that I needed it. I haven't really done a lot of meditation recently, and I've missed it immensely, and it's kind of done the healing that I needed it to do, and it's kind of cleared some stuff out for me. So hopefully this spiritual reading, which is a guidance for the collective, will come through clear, and it won't have any of my rubbish included in it. So, the cards, I diffused them last night. I did all of them. And as usual, I'm going to be using the Greenwich Tarot, which is my favourite deck. I will be asking the Archangels Tarot to confirm the spiritual reading. And then I will be turning to the Dreams of Gaia to finish the reading. Ooh. And starting with the Queen of Pentacles, that's lovely. So, oh, they wanted to come out, didn't they? Let's have the one that fell on the floor. Too many. Spiritual reading for collective. And then August through to the 19th of August. I've got a funny feeling I've got those dates wrong, but still, no, it's the 12th to the 19th. It's the days that I've probably got wrong. Oh, okay. Another spirit card, please. Thank you. Wow. And an outcome card, please. Okay, so we've got two outcome cards, and I'm not going to put them back because they obviously want to be seen. So, So we'll start with the Queen of Pentacles. She's in your Earth part of the reading, and while I was laying out the rest of the cards, it came to me that there's somebody around you, male or female, it doesn't have to be a female, it could be, that is quite confident, quite happy with life, quite content with life. They've done all they want to do, and they're happy now just to sit and take in their kingdom and just watch everybody else, and they're happy with their lot. They're not dissatisfied in any way, but this could be frustrating because some of you spiritually want to see this person kind of move forward and do things and all the rest of it. This person's happily spiritual, sitting on the bench, just taking in life. So if you've got somebody around you like that, spiritually speaking, that's their path. Leave them alone to get on with it. Do not interfere. Think about your own path and not that of others. That's what I got as the current situation. So, moving on to your water part of the reading, how this affects your emotions and feelings. Got the Four of Wands, which is celebration. So I'm kind of getting intuitively that you need to leave this person alone, and I'm getting that from the card. I'm getting that collectively there's celebrations to be had. You sowed a seed some time ago and the harvest has now come in, and you want to celebrate that. And it could be this person's like saying to you, actually, do you know something? I'm really happy just sitting here. I don't really want to be part of this celebration. However, you go ahead and do it, because I'm just happy being here. I just want to contemplate and connect with Mother Earth and everything that's natural. I've got what I need. I don't need anything extra. But there's this pull and the need in your emotions for this person to join in with celebrations with you. So, in your air part of the reading, this is to do, this one was your feelings and this one is your thoughts. It's slightly different to what I would normally do, so I would normally collate those together. So your feeling is celebrations, your thoughts is celebrations, but there may be a move towards celebrating with friends rather than family members, people that have similar interests to you, people you may work with, but I don't get that this celebration is going to be within a family at this point. I want to know what the celebration is because I'm still not quite there, so we need to kind of clarify what it is. What I know what this person is doing. This person is very, very confident in their own spirituality, very confident. And whatever this celebration is, it is more to do with you celebrating than it is to do with their spirituality. Okay, so what you must, what you may have to give up in order to move forward. So this card is the Wheel of the Year, and it would appear that the Wheel of the Year is settled and offering up some stability to you currently, and because it's something you may have to leave behind, it may be that you're thinking of moving on and learning something new, doing something new, taking on something, a new job, a new course that may just destabilise your situation a little bit. But yeah, the stabilisation of the wheel, it's kind of spinning instead of stabilising. So just be aware that some of the choices that you're gonna make may have more far-reaching consequences. However, moving on to your spirit, what lies in your heart, you are searching for a new beginning. You're searching for something to learn about. You may even know what it is that you want to learn about, but you're searching for the way forward with this. And it may be that you are looking at this person who is comfortable and has a nice big pentacle there for advice about how to do this on a budget, because she's done it on a budget. She's been there, done it. So instead of getting her to celebrate, maybe it's because she feels that the celebration is going to cost, and she actually knows that because of this new beginning that you really, really want, that she's kind of like, oh no, don't include me, that's just an extra mouth, an extra lot of drinks, an extra this, and extra that. So yeah, by all means celebrate, but celebrate on a budget. Don't, this for you, this in your heart, this in your spirit is far more important than the celebrations that you've got in your thoughts and your feelings at the moment. And also you need to look at the stability that you may have to leave behind you. So then the outcome card, the conclusion of the cards, if you like, we have got the Four of Thames. That is resting up, that is taking it easy, taking in all your thoughts and feelings and trying to decipher them, resting from a problem or an issue, resting up so that you are able then to move forward. Then you have the Three of Pentacles, which is a learning card. It is a teaching card. It is knowledge. It is wisdom. You've got the standing stones that are behind you, and you've got two figures there, but it's not clear which figure is teaching which figure. And when I see this card, I don't always see the older person teaching the younger person. I think a younger person has just as much to offer in insight and knowledge as an older person does. However, it's the wisdom side that the older person brings to the table. And going forward, I think that the two cards are indicating to you very strongly that you can have this new beginning that is your heart's desire, your wish fulfillment, if you like, is there for the taking, and you're right to rest up and take everything in and read everything and make sure that everything is in place, so that when you are ready to move, that the Three of Pentacles is beneficial to you, that it is going to be a positive learning curve for you, and you're able to say what you bring to the table as an individual with your mind, body and spirit, not just. This is something very spiritual, so I don't know if some of you are initiating, if some of you are moving into a different part of your tradition that you've never explored before, but it is about tradition, it is about celebrations, but somebody is definitely, who is wiser and older, is definitely giving you an anchor to work from. So they're kind of like all your dreams and that are there, but they're kind of like giving you a reminder that when dreams start to happen, it could be quite costly, and not just financially, it could be costly emotionally and spiritually as well. Now the bottom of this deck is the Knight. The Knight of Pentacles. And when I see this card, I say plodding along. There's a message coming through, a message of change, usually for the positive. I mean, it's nothing negative. It's coming in slowly. So it may be that you've not heard of a financial situation. Maybe you've applied for grants for university. But don't let that bog you down spiritually. Spiritually, this is telling you that the messages are coming in slowly, and you need to manifest, and you need to meditate to get yourself spiritually ready for this transition that you are going to go through. So we're going to turn to the Archangel cards now and ask them for some clarity around the situation. And I usually ask the Archangels for advice, but I'm asking for some clarity around the situation, the spiritual situation for the collective for this coming week. Okay. Anything else for the collective? Anything else for the collective for this week spiritually? Can you add anything else to the reading? 2 more shuffles. No, they're saying the one card is enough. And this is 7 Raphael. And if you look at the picture, I think we pulled this one yesterday as well. So the general reading, the collective reading is kind of a little bit interlinked. And this says, time to make a decision, be clear on what you want and take action. A need for detoxification. Okay, so all the colours of the chakra are there. You will know whether it's your head, throat, heart. Doesn't matter which chakra it is that you need to. It might be all of them. I know for me this morning it was all of them that I needed to do a cleanse, which I did. Feel so much better for it. So yeah, get on and do it. You know, use a smudge stick, use candles, or at least one candle for your intent. Use smudge sticks or something that you really like the smell of. To keep yourself focused on what it is that you're cleansing and getting rid of. The detox is really important spiritually to be able to see things with more clarity, and to help you make decisions around life, because although this is a spiritual reading, you can never leave the physical behind. But what this is telling you is your decision of this heart's desire, and the learning part of all of this is spiritually very good for you, but the consequences in the physical world may need looking at a little bit more in depth. So we're now going to ask the dreams of God. I love this deck, and I'm going to apologise again. I am absolutely in love with this deck. I love all my decks actually, but this one, this new one, it is completely different from anything I've ever used before. I believe this is the 2nd edition, so I'm not sure if the 1st edition looks like this particular one. The artistry is beautiful, but because it's different and it's new, I have to refer to the book. So we're going to ask, oh, I've got them upside down. Ooh, very nice. We're going to ask Gaia for some dreams for the spiritual reading. We've already got, I think it's I'm rubbish at Roman numerals, so I don't know if that's 4 or 5 of water, but we'll look in the book and confirm that. That one wanted to come, didn't it? Anything else for the collective for this week. Let's have that one as well. Ooh. Oh, we pulled him last night as well. So, what have we got? We've got the Three of Earth. I think it's the Five of Water and the King of Air. I like the King of Air. So, I know about the King of Air, but I'm going to start where they fell out, and that is the water one. I'm just going to grab the book without trying to set off the camera. And if you can hear that noise in the background, it is blowing a holy outside. And I wanted to really invite anything and anybody in that wanted to come and listen to it. It's a bit unsettled out there. Looks like a storm's blowing in for some reason, so... And we've got all water, haven't we? So, the Five of Water says loss, betrayal, fear, doubt, hopelessness, isolation, self-pity and blame. Okay. So, that's this card. So, she's looking quite distressed, isn't she, really? So, it says the Five of Water represents feelings of fear, doubt and hopelessness that can cloud our minds and hearts and give us rise to confusion and misunderstanding and anger. These emotions are often born from our own pain and insecurities and can cloud our ability to see the love that surrounds us. So it says, the Five of Water symbolises the need to allow yourself to work through your grief and take as much time as you need. Allow the emotions to flow and to flow along with them, but not to the extent that they threaten to overwhelm you or have you lashing out at others. You need to remember that you have people around you who love you. Look up. While you may feel alone, you are not. There are people around you who are also experienced in loss. They know, they understand. Allow them to be there for you in your time of need. Now, I'm going to ask for a clarity card on this in a minute when I've done the other two, so I'm not quite sure what the Three of Earth is about, but I'm going to go back to the wheel of what you may have to leave behind, and it could mean that there is something you're going to lose through this process, and it may mean for some of you that you've been strong and stood on your own 2 feet, and now you're feeling vulnerable because you need other people to come in and help you work things out. I'm not getting a sense that this is death, but I am getting a sense that this is going to be either a loss of social standing or a loss of prestige, just because you've got this wish fulfillment, and it is a shock to the system, and other people have done this, and the rest of the deck is definitely telling us it's time to celebrate. So let's move on to the other two, and then we'll get a clarifying card for the Five of Water. So we've got and it may come out that it's these two that we need to read. So let's see how we go. There he is. Into the Three of Earth now. And the Three of Earth says ambition, sowing seeds, groundwork, energy, investment, sacrifice, fertility and outcome. The Three of Earth represents a time of preparation. It is time to sow the seeds born of thought, need and desire in fertile soil, and do what is required in order to make these seeds grow. It is time for you to do the necessary groundwork. Remember, the outcome can only be equal to the investment that you are willing to make here and now. So the Three of Earth asks, what are you willing to do in order to achieve your outcome or desire? So we've kind of pretty much discovered that there is a thirst of a new beginning, a new way of knowledge, celebrations, somebody asking you to kind of leave them out of what you're doing, not out of malice. But I think they're trying to put the reins on you a little bit. Let's have the King of Air. I do know that the King of Air is a learned person. He has wisdom. He can come across as being quite hard in his dealings with people, but in actual fact he can take in the whole picture and see it for what it actually is. And then he's able to decipher that for people. Now when I see this card, I look at the eagle and I see him being able to see things from all angles. And it may be that this is a person that you are going to draw on that is able to see your bigger picture spiritually, and they are going to be able to help you advocate for yourself, to have that chat with yourself, and maybe prepare you to have the talks that you need to have with other people. Allow this person to give you this insight because they've been there, seen it, done it. They have been where you are now. So sow your seeds, but take the advice from that. And as I said, I am going to get some clarity over this card of loss, and I'm going to use the guide deck to clarify it. Because I don't think that it is a loss of okay, we have got self. It is going to be such a shift for a lot of you, this spiritual quest that you're going to be going on. It's going to be such a massive shift, and I think a lot of you are feeling it now and have been feeling this shift since probably July, when we had those eclipses came in. A lot of planets went into retrograde all at the same time. It was a massive emotional time. A lot of us were dealing with family issues, a lot of us were dealing with work issues, a lot of us were dealing with spiritual issues. Now this spiritual issue, the self card that's come up as a clarity and a confirmation of what the loss is for the Five of Water, tells me that at some point, maybe you've already done it for some of you are going through it now, and some of you are about to go through this week, is that you are feeling the loss of your old self. The new self can be a little bit scary, but you're sowing that seed to get the outcome that you want, and it is letting go of the old self for the new self to come in. So you are going to be more aware of you. You're going to be more aware of your spiritual needs. You are going to be able to see things more clearly. You're going to see things from different angles, and this is where this gentleman comes in. He is going to help you with this whole transition that you are going through, the whole aspect of this new person that you are destined to be, the one that will look inside for the solutions rather than look without. If you can, look up the Hawaiian mantra. It is a beautiful meditation. I did it this morning, but I just get the feeling, I got drawn to it this morning, and I'm also getting drawn to it here as well. The blue kind of flowers, the roses there, I'm just looking out in my garden and thinking, gosh, my roses didn't bloom this year because they weren't tended properly because I wasn't here. But the blue one, there's two roses. One is called Once in a Blue Moon and one is called Twice in a Blue Moon. And I clearly got that this is the Twice in a Blue Moon. So what you are going through, what you are feeling, is not coming to you once, it's going to come to you twice, and it's a blessing. It doesn't normally happen like this. It's because 2019 has been such a spiritual year, and anybody who hasn't found the spirituality in 2019 are seeking that spirituality, and for some reason they're not seeing it, and that could be another reason we had the lost card, because they're not able to push forward through that. But for the majority of us, we have felt that shift. We have felt that need to not just be materialistic, to not just have our earthly bodies. We know that there is more, and that the spirituality side of everything needs to come out, because not only are you sowing seeds, but you have already sowed seeds of the new beginnings, and you are going to cleanse and move forward, and all of this is just coming together really nicely as far as I can see. So just to recap quickly, the Queen of Pentacles is your anchor. She is telling you by all means celebrate, but you know, do it on a budget. Don't be silly, because you've got things that you may have to leave behind, which is your stability, and that can be your finances. It can be your way of making money while you are doing this learning, while you're taking time out to find yourself, while you're making that wish fulfillment come true, sowing seeds, having the loss of self. Messages are coming through slowly, so meditate and manifest what you want. And keep an eye out for this guy here. He is going to be really important. He is going to be your support mechanism. And I'm going to say that this could be male or female. It doesn't have to be a male. I do get from the guides that for a lot of us, it is going to be a male who is deeply spiritual, who has found himself and is at peace with himself. He is very learned. He's done all the stuff that you are just about to leave behind, and he's moved through the spiritual realms, and he's able to support you and help you advocate for yourself around what you need to do. So my lovelies, what a wonderful spiritual reading for this week. In the box below, share, like and subscribe if you want to. And I'll see you again in a week's time. Many bright blessings. Bye for now.